In order to follow the career of a generational wide receiver draft pick, I first need a generational wide receiver. So that's where Reggie Knight comes in. The North Carolina Nightmare. Sir Reginald Knight. Reggie Knight from my Seahawks rebuild. If you guys want to check that out, link is, I don't know, somewhere. There's a playlist with all the rebuilds. Done a Seahawks rebuild, and Reggie Knight was an unbelievable generational draft pick. As you can see, the experience is only 1 year, and he's a 95 overall, or 92 overall, but playing up to a 95. We'll do a little bit of a flashback for you, but I'll show you the core attributes up to this point. 98 speed, 98 acceleration, and on top of that, he's 6'5", 230. This is Calvin Johnson, if ever there was a recreated Calvin Johnson. Electric speed, 91 catching, playing up to 97 catching traffic, 90 short route running, 95 medium, 85 deep, 97 spectacular catch, 97 release, 89 agility, 99 jumping, 91 change of direction. He is unbelievable. Aggressive catch, possession catch, fights for yards, doesn't have rack catch, which is interesting. And he's only 22 years old. Okay, Reggie Knight's going to be the pick. I've decided. A to C catching traffic, A catching, B deep route running, A release. He's 6'5", 229 with great to elite speed and great to elite jumping. And then Reggie Knight looks incredible. Am I hyping myself too much on this player? A catching, A release, B deep route running. Catching traffic, we don't know about 100%. Medium route running, we also don't know about 100%. But short route running is great. Spectacular catch is spectacular. Run blocking could be quite good. And then athletically, he has elite speed and jumping and acceleration. Now, only ran in the mid 4.3s, which is still great, by the way. I mean, that's DK Metcalf. But it's only 10th and 11th here in the entire draft class. But again, it should be amazing. This is DK Metcalf. Yeah, this guy's sick. 97 speed, 97 acceleration, 99 jumping. And that goes to show you, too, that you can't really buy too much into the 40 times. You have to look at what it actually says it is. And it says it's elite. 21 years old as well. And he's got the archetype, special archetype, to have 99 jumping. This is a freak. Reggie Knight is an 84 overall. That is definitely generational range. He is an 84 overall physical. I mean, he looks insane. Probably just like, regardless of overall, and even factoring it in too, I guess, the best player I've ever drafted, or at least one of them. 97 speed, 97 acceleration, 86 catching, playing up to 92 catching traffic, but that's really an 89 right now. 81 short route running, 80 medium, 74 deep with 91 spectacular catch already, 85 release, 88 agility. He's got the 99 jumping build. Oh, Knight's going to be open. Oh, not fair. Like that little freeform completion, by the way. You like that? Reggie Knight, back of the end zone. Had enough time to make that throw, but look at that separation. We made that throw maybe even a little bit tougher than it had to be. But put it in the perfect spot, and it is a Reggie Knight touchdown. Okay, that's not fair. That's not fair. Okay, to be fair, Trayvon Diggs didn't even, I guess, realize the football was in the air. But a little free-form pass, and, I mean, Diggs never got his head turned around. Reggie Knight touchdown. But that is not a fair matchup for any corner. 98 speed, 99 jumping, 99 acceleration, already at 6'5". Let me tell you, I'm not going to delete this Seahawks franchise file after we're done here. I got to continue the career of Reggie Knight at some point. But if you're wondering why this is different from my rebuild, what makes this video different and worth watching? One, it's going to be focused on Reggie Knight. And two, this isn't a rebuild. I'm not managing anything. Everything's on auto, including trades, contracts, off-season contracts. So Reggie Knight may not even finish his career with this Seahawks team. So again, if you watch the rebuild, you know we won the Super Bowl. I don't like the way that it's listed on the top there. It says W3123, but has the Ravens logo on the left. But Reggie Knight's contract status should be in a pretty good spot. He was a first-round pick with great numbers up to this point. as a rookie, had over 1,000 yards receiving and 11 touchdowns. And his numbers are maybe even better in 2026. More catches for more yards, a higher average per catch by a little bit, more yards per game, but just a couple fewer touchdowns. And what's also interesting is him getting rushing attempts. And he wasn't bad. 25 attempts for 111 yards. Not awful. So we will see what happens in this first season of following this. It's going to be Reggie Knight as wide receiver 1, and I'll put him in the slot to maximize his targets as well. Be a little bit more fun that way. And we will simulate the year. So this Seahawks team would go 12-5. Very, very good. And we'll see how our players did. David Jones had a pretty good season, our quarterback. 41 touchdowns to 4 picks, but it's not focusing on him. It's focusing on Reggie Knight, whose production went down considerably because the CPU probably moved Tyler Lockett to the slot. Yep, they did. It's because I forgot that I have to start it from the regular season. If you just simulate straight from the preseason, the CPU will change your depth chart to whatever they feel like it should be. So that's annoying, but whatever. It's not going to be the case for the entire video. We're going to get it right. But 83 catches, 937 yards, and 7 touchdowns is not an awful season. But what is awful is that he was the receiver with the 3rd most yards and 3rd most touchdowns on our team. And if you combine his numbers and like take half of Tyler Lockett and add it on to Reggie Knight, which is probably what would have been the case, his numbers would have been insane. And I think we're going to see that in the next season, right? He's only in his 3rd year. Season 4 will technically be a contract year, but there will be a 5th year option. I'm sure the CPU is going to opt to pick that up. So Reggie Knight, probably going to be in Seattle for at least 2 more years. Should have at least 2 more years of fantastic production. But he'll see what he can do here and if he will win a Super Bowl. Did not make the Super Bowl, but that's okay. We'll see yearly awards. I mean, Reggie's not really going to be in contention for anything at this point. But what we can see, if we go to stats and awards here, I want to see the legacy leaderboard. This is going to be something to monitor. We check out wide receiver. We're going to keep an eye on Reggie Knight and how far he ends up going on this list. Like, Lockett right now is 15, DK is 29, and right now Reggie Knight is 78. 0 yearly awards, 1 Super Bowl, and of course 1 NFC Championship. So he's right on pace with Oliver from the Broncos and Jalen Reagor, who's now on the Packers in this, even though he's on the Vikings in real life. Yeah, so he's got a long way to go. Okay, here we go. Reggie Knight, now 24 years old, didn't really get too upgraded, although he'll go up 1 overall after updating Playmaker. Upgrading that gives him +3 deep route running, 2 medium route, 2 release, 1 short route running, catching and awareness both going up by 1. Yeah, he looks pretty unbelievable. Playmaker is the thing to upgrade this year for receivers, by the way. If you guys did not know, it just upgrades so much. And as you can see, Reggie Knight has nearly caught up to DK Metcalf in overall, despite being 6 years younger. So I'm going to start from the regular season this time so they don't change my depth chart. But just a quick update on Reggie Knight overall. Just looking very, very good. His abilities. Can we unlock? Yes, we can do Route Technician, which I think is going to be pretty good. And then maybe Red Zone Threat. That could be good as well. His motivations are he's looking for a mentor at the position. We don't have that, but maybe DK Metcalf could get that tag. Don't know about that. He's 30 now, so it's possible as he continues, like maybe in a few years. No income tax. That's obviously no state income tax. Washington doesn't have any, but he also wants to get paid. So that may be something to monitor as we go forward. Baker Mayfield is the quarterback for this Seahawks team. That's kind of a huge drop-off from the quarterback we just had. So that is a major, major loss. And we'll see if it affects the production of Reggie Knight. We'll go to the playoffs. And you know what? The power of Baker Mayfield put us back in the playoffs. 14-3. And I think having Reggie Knight in the slot probably impacted that a little bit. Although he didn't lead the league in receiving yards, I just saw. But we'll see here, receiving. He had a great year. 106 catches for 1,844 yards and 24 touchdowns. Pretty much a record-breaking year from Reggie Knight. Of course, our 17-game seasons now, and another receiver kind of beat him in terms of overall production. But Reggie Knight is looking very, very good. And now he is a true 99 overall. +3 deep route running, +2 medium, +1 spectacular catch. That's maxed out at a 99. Catching traffic is maxed out at a 99. Jumping, obviously, a 99. Medium route running is a 99. Release is playing up to a 99. But in the NFL, Taj Oliver had over 2,200 yards. Knight was more productive on a per catch basis, but Taj Oliver also caught 30 more passes. So he was very, very good as well. Can't take that away from him. Ooh, can we beat the Rams who have Taj Oliver? We can, 24-21, and it's the Vikings and Justin Jefferson in the conference championship. Will Reggie Knight be playing in the Pro Bowl, or will he be playing in the Super Bowl? He'll be playing in the Super Bowl. And even though Taj Oliver's playing in the Pro Bowl, I'm sure he'd prefer to be playing in the Super Bowl, where Reggie Knight will take on the Raiders. All right, let's see awards here. Mac Jones wins MVP, Baker at 3 in the MVP, and then Nick Bosa getting votes. No votes for Reggie Knight. Taj Oliver wins Offensive Player of the Year, just edging out Reggie Knight. Damn, just missed that one. He's going to win Best Receiver as well, of course. Reggie Knight, this close to a bunch of good things. Had a great season. It's only his 4th season in the league. Let's hop in, try to make some plays. Offense only, force feed Reggie Knight, and hopefully win a Super Bowl anyway. Having Baker's not great, but we have Reggie Knight, which is great, except when he can't catch the ball. We're going to work off play action and take a deep shot. That's what it is. Reggie Knight has him beat. Throw didn't get there. We had a step. We just got to high point the ball. Get it up. Oh, no. Throwing on the run. Reggie Knight's speed is electric. Awful throw from Baker. On the run, crossbody. Not an easy throw, but it still was awful. Doesn't negate the fact that it was bad. Reggie Knight just too good. Ended up going up, making a play, and we'll actually try to high point it here. Put it up. Okay. Wow. Great throw. Inaccurate. Nice knee on the 1, idiot. And now we're on the 3. Dude, I'm telling Baker on all Madden is so bad. It's pretty brutal. And it's difficult. All Madden is tough. You guys have seen Giants franchise, you know it's tough. But I want to take deep shots. I want to get Reggie Knight the football. And we don't have time. Under pressure, inaccurate touch pass. I'll launch picks. I'm getting him the football. So now what we have to do is play boring. Dunk it down, dink and dunk, get him the football, and then there's going to be no opportunity for a deep shot ever. Going deep for Metcalf. That's what we need to do with Reggie Knight. I don't want to get it to DK. DK's great. We know DK is great. Still want to win a Super Bowl, though. It's just in the modern iterations of Madden, I know corner routes can sometimes be effective, but the thing that gets open are crossing routes. That's what it is. If you want to move the ball, throw crossing routes. Drags, slants, actual crossers, shallow or deep. There we go. Reggie Knight open. And he's got the speed to turn it into more. Unfortunately, run after catch is kind of bad in recent games. They just slow down and they lose all momentum. But even with 98 speed, Reggie Knight doesn't seem as fast as he should be. All right, from the 12, 24 seconds to play in the half. Reggie Knight. How is it high throw good accuracy when it's completely not good accuracy? I want to just throw it up to him. That's what we got to do. Give Reggie Knight a chance. Thank you. The Nightmare. Touchdown. That's how you take the lead before the half. It's on all Madden, but Reggie Knight is too good for the difficulty. Mosses him. Knights him. On a real note, and this is great branding with the last name Knight, can you imagine if after he mosses someone, he pretends to actually knight the DB with a pretend sword? That would be incredible. That would be unbelievable. Knight open, has a step. Knight with speed! How do you catch him? You don't have 99 speed. It's Khair Elam. No shot he catches him there. No way. He had plenty of steps. This is what I'm talking about with run after catch. They just slow down. 98 speed's got to be able to take off on that. Oh, Reggie's in the zone? I mean, he's getting the ball. End zone, Reggie Knight. Can't make a play on it. Reggie Knight open with a step. You got to outrun him this time. How can he not? I don't understand it. Come on, Reggie. All right. He loves that dance, huh? Okay, that was actually my best run of Madden 23 so far. I had to go down, though. We got to see if Knight comes back in. He's not going to. All right. I'll run it for a touchdown. Kenneth Walker. I didn't want to have to. We got the football back. Up by 1. 2.5 minutes to play. And Reggie Knight touchdowns to be had. That would have been a sweet catch. I need to figure out the precision passing again. Sometimes it's just difficult for me in the moment. Because if we lob that, like, back of the end zone, like, you know, opposite pylon or whatever, you know, I think we really could have been successful. That was one of my best runs of Madden 23 with the quarterback. And that is the Super Bowl, 35-27. The Raiders' offense was really, really bad. They didn't deserve to be here. I threw like 30 picks with Baker, and it just didn't matter. Reggie ends up with 12 catches for 173 yards and a touchdown. Not bad. So Reggie Knight is a true 99 overall. And we'll see if he stays with Seattle through this offseason. I think he probably will, but we will see. So Reggie Knight, did he sign an extension? Yes. It is a 4-year contract. Total salary is north of $67 million. The bonus close to $50 million. And as you can see, that cap hit's going to hover around $25+ million per year, getting as high as about $29 in 2032. But he will be with the Seahawks team for the next 4 years. Also, Justin Herbert is with the Patriots now? All right. Reggie Knight with a skill point. Can we even use this? We should be able to. On Playmaker. Again, stays at a true 99 overall. +5 deep route running. Even +2 injuries. Nice. If we were playing these games. 90 injury. But look at that, dude. I mean, he is just unbelievable. And still, only 25 years old. Only 9-8 this season. Reggie Knight with 2 skill points. We'll see the numbers here in a minute before upgrading him, I guess. But this Seattle team missed the playoffs for the first time with Reggie Knight, unfortunately. And I think a lot of that probably falls on the shoulders of Baker Mayfield. Receiving, Reggie Knight was still great. However, not exactly as dominant as he was a season ago, but 118 catches for 1,642 yards and 10 touchdowns. It was just that, you know, our quarterback is bad. I don't really know what else to say. Oh, and actually, we can't even upgrade Reggie Knight anymore because he's too good. This is as good as he gets. We could move him to a running back and see if we could upgrade him that way. Reggie Knight is, of course, a 99 overall receiving back. But we'll do elusive back twice and see what he gets as upgrades. It's going to be all like change direction, spin move. We can get break tackle going as well if we go power back. So that's going to be the way of the future. But, I mean, huge upgrades for Reggie Knight, who, as nice as it would be to have a 99 overall running back, he's going to move back to wide receiver. Dude, please get Reggie Knight a quarterback. Please. We had one and they didn't re-sign him. What's the point of keeping your wide receivers if you don't have a quarterback to throw to them? It's clear that Baker's not it. Get a QB, please. Replace Baker, please. Replace Baker. Don't keep throwing him out there. We missed the playoffs again. Dude, I'm telling you, with a quarterback, Reggie Knight's numbers would be ridiculous. And they still are great. 104 catches for 1,500 yards and 17 touchdowns. But they could be so much better. Also, rushing touchdown as well. Receiving yards in a season is all Cooper Kupp. What about receiving touchdowns? We should see Reggie Knight right up there. And he is with 24. But Rondale Moore, this season, had 25 touchdown catches. What is the Bills' playbook that he's doing these numbers? 154 catches. Their QB is Johnny Hayden. All right. Preseason, we're playing the Portland Lumberjacks? What? Jets, I mean, maybe. I see Breece Hall, I don't know. Oh, rookie QB1. We drafted a quarterback. Finally. Is he any good? Nope. Nope. No. Josh Toon from Jackson State. He's got a cannon. Hold up. All right, well, okay, there's something here. We'll see what our rookie quarterback is capable of. Toon tonight. Maybe it'll be a legendary combo. All I can tell you is that he's going to progress and get better, whereas Baker Mayfield was only ever going to get worse here in 2031. So hopefully the rookie quarterback can outperform expectations and carry Reggie Knight, or maybe vice versa, to some really good numbers. Oh, and he did it. We went 15-2. Okay. Oh, I saw Reggie Knight's numbers. They're unbelievable. Josh Toon setting all types of rookie records, throwing for over 5,000 yards with 42 touchdowns and fewer than 9 interceptions. Not only is he probably going to win Offensive Rookie of the Year, he might win MVP as a rookie. Reggie Knight with 114 rushing yards and a touchdown, and then receiving 140 catches for 2,212 yards and 23 touchdowns. Reggie Knight proving to be absolutely unstoppable. Can we keep the momentum up? Vikings Seahawks in the playoffs, and we crush them 52-21. Have we found the glitch? Is this quarterback unbelievable? The Panthers are always very tough in simulation, and we beat them 31-24. Okay, so I keep holding over to the right. I took the stick off the thumbstick just because it, I don't know, felt interesting. I don't really have a good reason for it, but that probably was annoying to look at for a second. Josh Toon, he's got to have star dev at this point, maybe even superstar. He goes straight to superstar. Progression history. He won Offensive Rookie of the Year and led the NFL in passer rating as a rookie. Goes straight to superstar. Yeah, he's kind of a beast, huh? And keep in mind, he's only 22 years old. Also, doesn't look like he came from Jackson State, but all right. Let's do power back for Reggie Knight, though. And we'll upgrade +3 trucking and +1 agility. He's so crazy. Let's see the awards here, because it seems like we just missed Offensive Player of the Year with Reggie Knight. Toon in 4th for MVP. Reggie Knight nowhere to be found. NFC off. No, he did win Offensive Player of the Year. I feel like it said Josh Toon won that. Maybe it said rookie and I just can't read. I mean, he did win Offensive Rookie of the Year. I guess I just misread it. I think this is a good time to check out the legacy leaderboard for wide receiver, as Reggie Knight has moved in to the top 10. And that could go even higher. 6 yearly awards, 2 Super Bowls, 3 NFC championships, and that could potentially be a 3rd Super Bowl depending on the result of this game. He would certainly jump the Hall of Famer now, Julio Jones. And would he jump CeeDee Lamb? He might. I'm not sure. I think DK Metcalf probably retired. Why are they making me throw to that? I want to go to Reggie Knight. That's a good throw. That's how you precision pass. No, it's not, because it doesn't get there. Come on, man. We had a step. I'm having a heck of a time actually completing a pass with Toon. I want to call him Nick Toon. I think his name's Josh. I know Nick Toon is an actual former NFL player who is the son of Al Toon, or maybe there was no relation. I don't know. I can't remember everything, but I don't know. That's an arm punt. I would have taken a pick there. 0 for 5 throwing. 3rd and 4. We're going max protect, and we're under pressure. Gonna throw it anyway. Reggie couldn't catch the ball. 99 catching traffic drops that. What's the point of the attribute? What's the point of that? There we go, Reggie. Oh, that's a touchdown. There we go. Got a little bit weird, a little bit creative, but finally found some success. It's a Reggie Knight touchdown. Big time speed. I'm just thankful we were able to get it to him. It's been so difficult. You get sacked, and then the opposing edge rusher with superstar X Factors in the zone, and then you have less time to throw the ball, and it's tough. 3rd and inches. Let's put Reggie Knight on a post and just try to throw a touchdown here. There it is. There it is, Reggie Knight. Maybe should have touched that in there instead of the bullet pass, but I knew we had the window. Good throw from Toon, and we get a touchdown. We're going deep here. High point. One-on-one. Reggie Knight came down with it, and there's a flag. I think it's defensive pass interference.
Pass interference.
And it is. Defensive pass interference. We're going to go ahead and decline that. Take first and goal on the 1. Reggie Knight at times is a cheat code, and we're going to try and show that off here. High throw. Oh, he's uncovered. All right. Reggie Knight touchdown. You might want to cover that guy. Might not be the worst idea. Oh, I guess we forced a turnover because we have the football on the 1, and it's not fair to be in this spot with Reggie Knight for us. It's because I'll throw it to him, and it'll be an interception somehow. Trying to throw a fade, high point the ball, and that happens. I don't know. But that is another Super Bowl win for the Seattle Seahawks team and Reggie Knight. I don't know how many more times we're going to jump into the game with Reggie. I think we've kind of seen it at this point. But he does keep dominating. 7 catches for 205 yards and 3 touchdowns. A couple of drops sprinkled in there as well. But that's like a Super Bowl MVP type performance. Okay, what do we have here? So, not much has changed. Reggie Knight, still just a beast. And we'll go ahead and change his whatever these are again. Just because we have to every time we move him to running back. So he's from Tennessee. But I wonder if that will impact anything. This is a pretty ridiculous 4-year stretch, by the way, of this contract. 24, 34. It's a 4-year stretch of well over 7,000 yards and just about 74 touchdowns for Reggie Knight. That's a 4-year stretch. His contract, 1 year remaining here in 2032. But now that we have the quarterback of the future in Josh Toon, Reggie Knight might want to stick around a little bit. I'm thinking 2032 should be a big season for us. 15 wins a season ago with a rookie quarterback. Now he's much better, and with superstar development, this should be a really big season, surely. But defense, I think, took a step back, so you never know. So didn't go 15-2 again. Did win 12 games, though, which I think is still very, very good. And Josh Toon actually took a slight step back in year 2. But he is continuing to get better, just maybe a down year. Still great numbers. Reggie Knight, obviously, very good numbers. Had 2 rushing touchdowns and over 200 yards on the ground. And 136 catches for 2,160 yards and 17 touchdowns. If Sean Tyson didn't steal some of those yards and touchdowns, this could have been... I mean, it was a crazy year. I don't even know what to say, man. It was phenomenal. +2 break tackle, +1 trucking. What's his break tackle? 88 as a receiver? Yeah, not bad. Simulating straight to the Super Bowl. We are in the Super Bowl again. I remember Pat Dale. Did I draft Pat Dale? I think I drafted Pat Dale in like maybe the final year of the rebuild. Haven't really seen him over the course of this, though. Yearly awards. Josh Toon at 8. Did we win an Offensive Player of the Year? No, Justin Jefferson stole it from Reggie Knight, who has over 22,000 legacy score now, by the way. Trying to chase down Justin Jefferson, but did pass Taj Oliver. Best receiver, of course, goes to Justin Jefferson as well. No surprise there. Can we beat the Texans for another Super Bowl? Yes, 24-10. Toon goes up to Superstar X Factor, by the way. He's got decent numbers. I'd like those attributes to be a little bit better, but he's still quite young. And oh my goodness, there's a new development. Reggie Knight is no longer on the Seattle Seahawks. Okay, league transactions it is. Where is he if he's not on the Seahawks? I assume he signed a big-time contract. I don't even know if we're going to be able to scroll back and find this. The way to do it quickly is go to NFL rosters, sort by position, and go to NFL. Reggie Knight is now on the Buffalo Bills. Interesting. The Bills still have that quarterback? They do. Johnny Hayden, and he's only 26 years old. Doesn't have Superstar X Factor. I don't know if he really upgraded. Yeah, the overall's higher, but I think you'd prefer the career trajectory of Josh Toon. 2 years younger, bigger arm. I don't know. We're hopping on with the Bills here. They have Rondale Moore as well. So there might be some competition for target share here in Buffalo. Although Reggie Knight is considerably better. Look at this offense, though. I can see why Reggie Knight chose the Bills. Look at the defense. This team looks great. So did make the playoffs, although it's a wild card matchup. And Reggie Knight with one of the best seasons of his career. Johnny Hayden putting up 5,400 yards. Reggie Knight's a big reason why. 2,200 receiving yards on 135 catches, including 25 touchdowns. Reggie Knight took Rondale Moore's touchdowns, added it up with Virgil Darby, with Eric Carr, with Jabari Choice, with the whole team. He has more touchdowns than the entire rest of the team combined, and then 5 extra. Reggie Knight, 3 straight years of 2,000 yards receiving. His current contract is 5 years, $101 million, with a bonus of $55 million. That cap hit's going to go over $30 million at the tail end of that. Whew. Now in the AFC, Reggie Knight wins his Offensive Player of the Year award finally, and obviously best receiver as well. But we'll see if this team can win in the playoffs the way his previous team did. That's round 1. Here's the divisional. That's round 2. Here's the conference championship. That's round 3. We're going to the Super Bowl. And Reggie Knight, seems like wherever he goes, success follows. Will Reggie Knight be the good luck charm for Buffalo? The Bills win the Super Bowl. Reggie Knight, he's a Super Bowl machine. Wins Offensive Player of the Year and wins Super Bowl MVP. Reggie Knight versus the Commanders. Let's see what the stat line was. Good numbers for Johnny Hayden and Reggie Knight. 9 catches for 112 yards and 3 touchdowns. Unstoppable. Legacy leaderboard here. Let's see everybody. Reggie Knight not into the top 10 for all positions, but for wide receiver, he is 3rd all time, chasing down the Hall of Famer Justin Jefferson and chasing down his teammate Rondale Moore. Reggie Knight has won 5 Super Bowls, by the way. This never happens, not even with quarterbacks. 5 Super Bowls for Reggie Knight. He's a machine, and he's 17th all time. And keep in mind, this guy's what, 30 years old? Is he 30? He's 30 years old. He might play for another decade. We actually are playing the Seahawks in week 1 of the preseason. That's kind of a fun matchup. I imagine I'm going to get kicked off the servers here in a second, though, if I had to bet. Either way, it's frozen, so it amounts to the same thing. It was the Jets who moved, and wow, bad division. 7-10. Oh my goodness, I just saw Reggie Knight's numbers, though. Johnny Hayden led the league in passing touchdowns, great yards. Look at these numbers. 159 catches for 2,555 yards and 31 touchdowns. He averaged 150 receiving yards per game. As a 30-year-old, that's a good start to your 30s. Good start to that next decade for Reggie Knight, who also had 99 yards and a touchdown on the ground. 32 total touchdowns on the season. And if we go to NFL records here, let's see career receiving yards. Reggie Knight approaching that top 5 at 17,000. Jerry Rice still, I mean, he's out in front, but Reggie Knight's only 30 years old. He's going to break the record and go past it by a mile. As far as receiving touchdowns, Reggie Knight, he might be 1 season away from breaking the record and going past Jerry Rice. Like, he just had 31 last year. In a season, it's obvious, yeah, this is a new record by a lot. And Reggie Knight is popping up a lot in the NFL records for receiving yards in a season. He's 1st, 4th, 5th, and then another time in the top 10, number 8 as well. Really good numbers. And then receiving touchdowns. Justin Jefferson also put up 31. What? So Reggie Knight is a joint owner of that. Couldn't go over, but he does have 32 total touchdowns on the season. So maybe that beat Justin Jefferson, who was just dominating. Just dominating. Reggie Knight in there a few more times, though. The number 2 receiver this past season had nearly 1,900 yards, and Reggie Knight still had 600 plus yards between him and second place. Nuts. It's crazy. Reggie Knight with those numbers doesn't even finish top 5 in MVP. Kind of stupid, in my opinion. And I'm sure he won Offensive Player of the Year, though. Did he not? Is this glitched? Oh, okay. I'm looking at. He's not on the Seahawks anymore. Yeah, he wins. He wins Offensive Player of the Year there for the AFC. Forgot he was on the Bills there for a minute, but it seems like he made the right decision moving to Buffalo. He's putting up numbers, and the offense carrying this team. 91 offense to 81 defense. Go 13-4 though. And Reggie Knight, I haven't seen the numbers. Decent numbers from Johnny Hayden. What do we got, Reggie? He had 12 carries for 25 yards and 0 touchdowns. Haven't seen that. But he was very good as a receiver. Did go under 2,000 yards, unfortunately, but 118 catches for 1,865 and 22 touchdowns. Again, not bad, but numbers took a bit of a step back here. Is he starting to regress? And we're out in the playoffs first round. Well, all right then. 2035. Season of ups and downs. Reggie Knight did win another Offensive Player of the Year, though. Won it in 2035, 2034, 2033. Didn't in 2032. 2031 he did in the Seahawks over the Bills. I didn't even realize that was a Super Bowl. He went to the enemy after that. What's his contract looking like? These numbers are just ridiculous. 2 years left on the contract. And it seems like he doesn't really want to go back to the Bills, if I had to guess. He still wants money, so if the Bills want to pay him, I guess it's still possible. So Reggie Knight, 32 years old, 11-year NFL vet. His speed went down a little bit. Catching and route running is starting to take a bit of a ding, which is a little bit weird and surprising to me. He just won Receiver of the Year. He still has Superstar X Factor. I don't really understand why he would be getting worse at this point. Like, certain guys can play better into their 30s. Look at Jerry Rice. Look at Jimmy Smith from the Jaguars. He just won Receiver of the Year. Why would he be getting significantly worse? I can see maybe the speed, right? But why would route running go down? One last hurrah. It's got to be Rondale Moore, right? It's not going to be Reggie Knight. He's only 32. Yeah, Rondale Moore. All right, whatever. The yards are back, and Reggie Knight still, I mean, he's not doing much on the ground, but is back to producing as a receiver. Over 2,000 yards again, 2,123 touchdowns on 135 catches. Probably will win Offensive Player of the Year again. The numbers are just nuts. And we're first rounded again by the Raiders. All right. Okay, 2037 now. I imagine Reggie Knight took a pretty big ding to his overall this time. You know, he'll still probably be pretty high, but I imagine route running's down quite a bit. Speed maybe again. Yep, Reggie Knight down to a 97 overall. Took me a minute to get back into the game. But Reggie Knight, man, he's still a really, really good player, but speed's taken a bit of a hit. Route running, of course. Catching overall is down as well. Wow, 6-11. Completely missed the playoffs there. Another disappointing season. This time we don't even get to get first round elimed. But as you can see, Reggie Knight had a touchdown on the ground, over 100 yards rushing, kind of more like what we were used to seeing. And then receiving, still producing at a crazy rate, 131 catches, over 2,000 yards, and 24 touchdowns. For a career, Reggie Knight has the most receiving yards ever, surpassing Jerry Rice. Rondale Moore at third, by the way. All right. And then receiving touchdowns, Jerry Rice is in the rear view now by a lot. 243 touchdowns for the Nightmare. And Reggie Knight signed an extension. It's worth over $30 million per year. 4 years, salary worth over $80 million. Total bonus over $40 million. Huge, huge contract to keep Reggie Knight in Buffalo. Legacy leaderboard, Reggie Knight is the #1 highest legacy player of all time. Over 61,000 points. Sure. He's got 5 Super Bowls, 5 NFC slash, I think all NFC championships. I don't think we, no, you know what? We won the Super Bowl in year 1 with the Bills, with Reggie Knight. And then 22 yearly awards, Offensive Player of the Years, Receiver of the Year, that sort of thing. He's been very, very good. Reggie Knight is down to a 93 overall. This is the first time in a while we can actually upgrade him and have it do something as a receiver. So he gets some things back, including +1 speed. Reggie trying to go out on top. I love to see it. 2038. Let's get back to the playoffs. Dude, we just had one last hurrah last time. Rondell Moore is like, all right, I'm coming back another year. Do the same thing for me next year. All right. And Reggie Knight was actually surpassed by Joey Reddick. I guess Reddick snuck into the slot. Reggie Knight still with a great year. 91 catches for 1,400 yards and 17 touchdowns. But Reddick getting a lot of targets there playing in the slot. We would not make it to the Super Bowl, unfortunately. And we'll go to the next season. So Reggie Knight is 35 now. I'm not sure how many more years we're going to be able to see of him just because of that age. He's still playing at a very high level, obviously. He is the best receiver in NFL history up to this point. And I will make sure for at least the final 2 years of his career here in Buffalo, he is in the slot. He's going to have a chance to break over 2,000 yards again. Whether it will happen, I don't know. But he'll have a chance. He is our slot receiver. He is our wide receiver 1. And hopefully, he will drag this team to the playoffs. Because we've had some up and down years here in Buffalo for sure. Did make the playoffs at 10-7. And Reggie Knight, I'm looking at the numbers. And boy, did he ever have a chance to go for over 2,000. He had 59 rushing yards and a touchdown. But 2,285 receiving yards and 31 touchdowns on 159 catches. Seems like 31 might be the highest number you can get in a season. Unbelievable year for Reggie Knight. And it is obviously an unbelievable career. He's got like every career stat. But what we haven't seen is where he ranks in game for game records. Receiving yards. He's got to be in here at least once, surely. No? Are you telling me Reggie Knight has never had 289 yards in a game despite going for over 2,200 like 5-6 times in his career? Wild. However, he did have 5 receiving touchdowns in 2031, which ties the record that's set by set or tied by everybody, it seems. Did not make the Super Bowl, unfortunately, and I think, if I had to guess, I think we're going into Reggie Knight's final season. Well, that would actually end up being it for the career of Reggie Knight. He has retired. So Reggie Knight finishes with the 5 Super Bowls and conference championships, 27 yearly awards, and the highest legacy score of all time. He holds the record for career receiving yards with 27,180, significantly more than Jerry Rice, who may have an unbreakable record of receiving yards in real life. I don't know that we really see anybody get close to that. I guess it's possible, right? Especially with the league throwing the ball more nowadays, but he was just on a different level. But Reggie Knight for receiving touchdowns is nearly 100 more than Jerry Rice finished with. 197. Reggie Knight says, I'm going to do 200, and then I'm going to do 91 more. Insane. Receiving yards in a season, Reggie Knight, 2,555. He's also at number 3. He's at number 5, number 6, number 9, and then receiving touchdowns in a year. He did 31 twice, including one in his final season, I think, in 2039. Just an insane achievement. He's also in there again with 25 and again with 24. But that's going to do it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.